Make a video on my latest purchase. This is going to be my daily driver. Literally was pretty impulsive. I had a car here that I wasn't really interested in. I only bought it to help out a friend, and I saw this local, someone wanting a swap for a different car basically, and I phoned them up and well, they swapped. So obviously these cars, they share a lot of parts with the Peugeot, so I have been keeping my eye out for one for a while, because I've basically got exhaust systems, I got injectors, clutches, all sorts of parts laying around, so anything this needs, it's just more efficient for me. So yeah, it's a pretty random person turned up. They wanted fag money basically, so I traded in the other car that I had plus another 50 quid just to give them the incentive to want to change their car, and they even dropped it down for me and took the other one away. So it's got a long MOT, but looking at it, I can't really see any major problems there. The exhaust is obviously hanging down, the tyres are flat, and apparently there's an issue with the rear axle. It's going to have to be fixed. So I thought I could just take you around there, because I'm going to be making a few more videos on it in the future. It's pretty rough. The paintwork is peeling, and it looks like that the wiper blades have seen better days. There are scratches on the windscreen from where the metal has been hitting the windscreen, but some glass polish should take that out without any issues. It's just basically a standard VTR, which is perfect really for what I'm after. I just want a nice little car that I actually like, but also one that is can share the parts of the Peugeot. So if anything needs work on it, for example, I got a feeling that this is going to need a new rear axle. Rather than me having to fork out 200 quid on this car, I would happily buy a new axle for the Peugeot, brand spanking new axle, for peace of mind, because that's the one that the money goes into. But obviously the old axle then I could stick on the Saxo, so the Saxo will get second best, and it's just basically a way of just having a daily and keeping everything efficient. It's pretty manky. I don't think it's had much love for a while. There's all junk in there, it stinks of cigarettes and dog hairs. This is literally as it was delivered. Junk everywhere. It stinks horrible. And but I can see the potential. Like, the actual interior is generally in quite good condition, and it's got a nice radio and whatever, so I think it'll clean up nice. Doesn't seem to be any rust issues either, which I was absolutely amazed at. I didn't mind if there was anyway, because I got a welder, and I would have not minded the project. So this is the engine bay. Apparently it's the 95 horsepower 8-valve engine, so obviously it's not going to be anywhere near the sort of performance of a standard 106 GTI, let alone a turbo one. But as I said, that's not really the reason for buying this car. So yeah, it's got oil in it, and apart from that, it's pretty mank. I had a V5 with it, and that was it, no history at all. So this car now, the starts and drives, a little hot hatch with an MOT and 4 good tyres on it. How much do you think I paid? Bearing in mind now these cars are prone to rust, and this has actually got less rust on it, or about the same as the 106, which I paid decent money for. So this car basically owes me 200 quid, so it's going to be a great project. I haven't really got many plans for it other than to replace the bonnet, I can get one online with a matching paint code for 50 quid delivered. Obviously replace the wipers, just generally clean up the car, give it a full wet vac, a full service, and any bushings that need replacing. And yeah, just have it as a little cheap daily. So this will be in a few videos soon, probably a similar style to the ones that the Peugeot has been in. There's a proper walk around, just in a little bit of a better place. I've done nothing to this car yet. I've literally just checked the oil and it's on the minimum line, so I don't mind driving it just half a mile up to here to show you around the car. No major dents or anything. As I said, the only major imperfection is on the bonnet, but judging by the quality of the lacquer, it looks to have had some work done on it in the past, maybe a respray on the bonnet, and that's probably why it's failed, because I don't think it's a common thing for Saxos to suffer with peeling paint. But yeah, the engine is it's okay. Sounds like a tappy old 8 valve as they all do. And the handling, well, I didn't really push it because the tyres are all on about 10 psi by the looks of it. But it's definitely nowhere near the level of the 106 that I've got. And the 106 is pretty bad with this lowered springs and whatever. It's not the best handling car, and this is definitely even worse. So I'm going to look forward to basically sorting this out. So yeah, let's see some videos in the future hopefully.